Así que, después yo después te digo. Ma'am, how art thou? Hola. We got a new guest here, Canelita. You're looking the wrong way.
You want to say hi, girl?
Canela, you're looking the wrong way. She's ignoring me.
That's how she looks.
She's kind of like, I don't want to be looking at you kind of thing.
Yeah, she doesn't look at the camera. Hi. Yes, hi, chica.
Canela. Canelita.
No están haciendo las tareas, ¿acaso estás viendo video? ¿Estás haciendo las tareas o estás...
That's not Wilmer. That's not Wilmer.
Canelita.
That's not
Are we
Wilmer.
ready? Are we ready to start, Canela?
Do you know?
Are you going to pay attention?
She said yes.
Okay, pay attention to me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and Canela. Let's give a summarized version of what happened today in the US markets. And no surprise, you're seeing red because everything went down more than 1.50%. The NASDAQ was 2% as the Russell 2K, but the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 was down over 1.50%. So everything was down. And it looks like the continuation will be tomorrow based on these things. Everything's red. Not a single item here is on the green, but it's flat, you know. It's early. It's too early to tell if it's going to continue, but that's what it's forecasting at the moment. Okay, so let's look at the winners. And it's only two winners, my friends. Only two winners in the green. And this is very interesting because this is a crap of a stock, but it's going up in anticipation of earnings in 8 days. So what does that tell you? If it hits this $7 or $8 mark, which could shoot up to the sky like it did over here, see? It's closed some people, which is what it did here as well. See how it started to go up? It tricked people. It went up to the sky and then it's downturn. It do the same thing. So we might want to put this on the notes for a potential pop-up to $8. And just short it. It's on hard buy. So that tells you all you need to know. Lucid in the EV camp also had a positive close to 1% day as based on this. And is interesting because both of these stocks are on hard buy and they are based on history or what has occurred in the last year or so. It's in the gutter. And that's where it's going to be headed to. So if you see anything above $3 or close to $5, just make sure you short it. Next in line was McDonald's, and you can see it had earnings today, and earnings wasn't bad. It was 6.30% of earnings. They did better than estimated, as well as in revenue. But I think they're guiding down, so I will check up on that. But things are going down because the market committee, the market makers, have decided to bring stuff down, which is good because you want it to go down so you can just buy it. And this is the level that we're anticipating down here, where we would like to purchase the M to the C to the D, McDonald's. So just wait. It could continue to go up. Continue to go down and just try to get at the best price. This is a really good stock to buy at the best price. Dollar Tree was also among the not so losers. You can see that it hasn't filled this gap, and the trend is your friend is going down. We would like to purchase it at $100 or below, and just wait. It will touch this mark. We have a demarcation line here as a potential area of support, which could also become an area of resistance. which was in the past, back in 2021. So just keep that in mind. If you want to buy it, maybe do a little testy. If it goes surpass $2 or $4, just get out and purchase it at a better price. I will go over now the big losers. Okay, so the big loser of the day was Walmart. It went down 1.48%. But I'm not too worried. Like, it's still like kind of in this level right here at the $60 mark. But basically, if you got this here at the beginning of the day, even within 5 minutes, and just shorted it until 12, you would have made most of your money. And even here, if you got it back at VWAP, and then got out, because then it started to go back at the end of the day. XOM is $118.10. The market movers brought this down. It's kind of bouncing down, doing a little steppy. Let's see if it continues with this trend as well. But don't be too convinced, because when things go down on the other side, this also tends to go up. But with the turmoil and Hamas and Israel, this may be a little bit volatile than usual. Americana, I got into this. I tried to get it at the lowest that I could, but I wasn't successful. I got it around here, and then I just let it slide or whatever. But I ignored it after. I was like, I'll just wait and get it at a better price. Amazon, this had earnings today, as you can see from here. Earnings were successful, and I told you this was going to happen. Successful earnings, not surprised. Why would this thing lose money? This thing is making money hand over fist, as somebody likes to say. But basically, the market makers say this is too heavy, even though it had excellent earnings, especially I heard in the ads. But we just want it to go down, and that's what's going to happen. However, just be careful, because it could be volatile tomorrow as well, and they could bring it up to here, to this level and beyond. Because the closing print is it is below the 50, but the candle itself, not all of it is. So not completely convinced, but be careful. So again, successful earnings for Amazonian. And you can see, if you had gotten it here and wrote it up, would have been great. But also, if you shorted it till the end of the closing session, you also would have been successful. Nikete, going down. So just wait for that fabulosa price that we like to see on the daily, which is below $90. 90 and below is good. Preferably 89. It likes to touch this level and bounce up. So hopefully it doesn't break down, but the trend is iffy, because even though it goes up, it keeps going down. So you can see lower highs here. So we'll continue to observe that, and again, try to get it as the best price as possible if you're going long on Nikete. So here's Softy. Now it's a completely tell sign that yes, we're heading down. It's below the 50. Will it get to here? That's the hope. That's the hope. Will it get to the 200 line? That's the hope, because then this will be a very good buying zone as a test, in addition to this 340 line of demarcation that we have set up here. And the reason we had set it up, as you can see, based on historical data here, it has touched it many times. So this is a clear area of support. Obviously we would rather get it here, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, unless there's some sort of gigantic crash occasion happening. Bank of America, 36.98. Doing a little McDonald's line here, an M. So starting to go back down, but this is really strong. Not convinced that it's completely going down. yet. But obviously, this might be a good buying opportunity for anybody that likes Bank of America. Boeing, again, this is just let it slide, let it continue sliding down. It's been beating up forever, and until we see more than 5 candles of greenness in a row, then you can be convinced that this is really taking a pivot. In the meantime, just anytime there's some sort of humongous popo, this would have been great going long at the beginning of the day and then shorten this. This thing is just amazing if you will have shorted over here, folks, over, and it's continuing going down, man. If you're still holding it, congratulations to you, my friend.
Like a rock.
It dropped like a rock, 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 rock. So we went over Dollar Tree. Sam
Want to see
is
the daily on that? I know
Mhm.
you probably saw it. I said
Yes, I'll go back. And we'll just
hold
review
the
it again.
flow.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
So we have this line, which obviously it cleared it out. We have to we sorry, Canela, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
she just said continuous.
Okay. Um clearly that line has been blown past the river. The so now we have to identify the next
What's our
area.
next area? Yeah, that's what I want.
So the next area that we have demarked, not my new favorite word, is this linea right here at 127. So folks, we have a little area here, which is already added. Will it continue to go down? That's what the trend is saying. I think it will. And when it does, then I say go for it. And if it gets near it, just buy some. Now go cray. So let's say it gets around here.
If it
Maybe,
gets there, buy it. Yeah.
yeah, if it gets to 150, let's put a notification.
Yeah, maybe this a little bit above 150 area where it has some support at over there back in.
I'm gonna put 150, 78, 76 or whatever. Um,
And
this
you see
area
this
right here.
time back in
Okay,
the end of 2020, or like right around there, a little bit lower. Yeah, right
right.
there.
Let me put a linea.
So you kind of got two lines or a zone there.
Yeah, this it's 150 or so. It touched it here. Do you want me to put it a little bit lower? Oh, this is
No,
good.
I was thinking a little bit higher. I was looking at this other area right there, right around there.
But it's already the already had touched it.
Oh yeah, you're right. But I'm just saying to have it as a level, just so we know.
All right, so just
It is a level.
I put a little notification for us, but maybe this should be on the notice for watch every day, Leanne.
Yeah.
Why don't you put that for watch every day? And that's it. Okay, so we went over that. Walgreens, who cares? What does F mean?
Or
No, Sam F.
I forget.
I'll look it up. Dollar Tree we went over. Okay, so Starbucks for those people that like cafe. This was the gigantic loser. It had earnings and it dropped like a rock, 88 to 78. That's $10 or more. Obviously, this was the low. It didn't have amazing earnings, obviously. It missed it by 2 and 9 is 11. So yeah, 11 cents here, 13.92% to the downside. I'm sorry, 13% missed, and revenue wasn't as great. There is a CNBC article if people are interested in reading that, which I just glimpsed at. I didn't get to read it, but for those folks who are interested. This went down like cuckoo. Okay, so then Peloton, we're watching this again for a popo. Obviously this was because of the Marquette. It's picking back up. This is basically the same thing as I had said with the other one that I was talking about with Beyond Meat. You just basically want to see if they're gonna squeeze it and get these shorts out. That's when you want to jump on this, because I think this has a really high percentage of shorts, not surprised. And there's gonna squeeze the neck out of this to get these people out, and that's when you want to make sure you take advantage of the oportunidad. Tesla, somebody's favorite, Tesla. Great short again. Everything was a short today, so it wouldn't matter which ticker you jumped on, but there were some really great ones, like as you saw, BA and Americana was a really good one today. This thing has been beaten up. And it did a pick me up, but obviously it didn't continue with the pick me up. It's going down. Let's see if it fills this gap and continues. It may just also consolidate here for a while, as well as based on this historical mini thing that it did. So maybe we'll watch that. Maybe it'll stay in this range between 200 and 175. And that's Tesla for you. You know, they had they had some news from China that China is saying, hey, you guys can use the autonomous or whatever, and that got everybody all psyched up for Tesla. There's a market in China for EVs, of course, but they also have a lot of competition with NIO, BYD, you name it. They have a lot of competition, and Tesla does. So in China over there. AMD, let's look at that because that had earnings as well, my friends. Chippity chip market here. So again, this thing has been going down. It's below the 50. It's getting really close to this 200. And we want to see if we can maybe get it down there. Obviously, we like the $100 mark. That's the place to get it. But we can make some considerations here as well. So maybe starting at 127, maybe do a little test and see if that will be the new level that it bounces off of. So let's take a look at the results from AMD. And again, the market makers are saying, hey, we're bringing the stuff down no matter how good the earnings are. That's basically the summary thing that's going on here. You can see they were successful in the earnings and stuff like that. So maybe another one that you want to see how they guided. ASML did bad. Let's look at Google. Google. Again, beautiful short. This had earnings the other day. And look, it's just going down. Market makers are saying enough is enough. This thing is too heavy, frothy. It wasn't as crazy as the other ones, but maybe, you know, again, it will maybe get back here, fill the gap before, because look at from here, it has long ways to go. So, but these candles are really strong. They're very heavy to me. But maybe we'll have a little bounce up tomorrow. Intel, somebody's favorite, has been beaten down again and again. Now it's at 30. It hit $30.42 for the lowest. It's actually lower now at 30.29. Yeah, this thing is it has gapped down. I'm confused with this graph, so let me look at a weekly, see if I can read it a little bit better.
Elisa, what about putting a notification for Intel at 30, like right before 30?
I like this $28 mark, but yes, I will put a notification for folks who are interested in being notified. And it needs a little pick me up because it has been beaten down quite a lot. These candles are very aggressive, but yes, it does need a little bounce up. So 30 would be a great level, even 28.75 as I have indicated. Wayfair, Not gonna talk about that. It has earnings in 2 days. Hopefully it doesn't do good. Let's look at car. Sorry, let's look at EBC first. Um, yeah. Sorry, it didn't pick up. Okay. Stay still in a range, sort of bounding down. We'll see if it continues. We hope that it does. We like it below $11 or at $11. So just keep waiting, and you will get your price at some point. Don't expect perfection though. So just try to get it, close to 11, lower than 12. That's the goal. So then car, we're going to be watching this tomorrow. It has earnings, and of course we should have gotten it here, but we didn't. And I lost some money on it because I didn't wait, and I could have waited it and I would have been Rico now, but I didn't. And so you have to have a patience with these types of stocks too. So now, will it go down to the gutter tomorrow? Maybe. It has really guided down this negative 2.4. So they're expecting to lose money. However, this could be a trick. This was a great earning, okay? And it went down. This could be like, oh, this is a horrible earning, and they could squeeze it up because this doesn't have a lot of volume in the beginning of the day usually, and there's not a lot of people trading this at first. But tomorrow will be an interesting day, and it will be interesting to know how much the flow is on this. But any pop, I just shorted, ladies and gentlemen, just shorted. I think that's it. Oh, we didn't look over Meta. Also known as Facebook back in the day. So yeah, if it fill this gap, I guess, in a sense, people really like it down here at 400. So will it continue to go down? Yeah, if it keeps doing this, yes, it will. And these candles are not that strong. They're not affirmative as to being green. So I think, it has had a long run of nonstop, and is about to go maybe back to reality and say, hey, maybe I'll go back to this 300 level. Hopefully that's and that's your buying opportunity. This thing is very, very good. And if I would have listened to someone back here and held it forever, I would have been in a better position that I am, but I didn't listen. This is what happens when you don't listen to folks. Let's take a look at NVDA, and then we'll call it a day. So again, folks, see here, even though this was clearly a red day and it went down 3%, it's above the 50 again. And this thing is going strong. I say any dip like that, it goes down like more than 3 days, maybe just buy it. Get a few shares because it's gonna go back up. This thing is like on a marathon. So yeah, it got beat up today, the market makers again. And but this thing is the darling of the show, the darling of the market this year, and I think it will continue to be the darling of the market. It also had an upgrade, so they said 1100 or so. So yeah, you can see it's starting back on the upward trajectory based on this candle, even though it was red. So that's it, folks. That's all I have. Let's review the notes that someone wrote down. I don't see it here, Miss Green. What happened to the notas? Okay, there they are. So yes, Beyond Meat, Short Pop, BA watch every day, Intel watch for 30. So those are the notes. And you may expect a little bounce tomorrow. And let me just go over CNBC and show people that article that I was talking about for Starbucks in case people are interested. And also they have some one for Amazon. I saw it. Boop, boop. There it is right here. So yeah, this is the article. Read it at your leisure. And I hope you have a great day. So let me just say, Starbucks on Tuesday reported weaker than expected quarterly earnings and revenue fueled by surprise decline in same-store sales. The coffee chain also slashed its forecast for fiscal 2024 earnings and revenue, predicting that its cafes would keep underperforming for several quarters. Across all regions, Starbucks reported shrinking same-store sales and falling traffic. So there you go, folks. You can read more details down here and let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and good luck tomorrow with your trading. Have a great day or night. Bye, Canela.
Peace out. Gracias, senor. I'll give you a buzz.